And so, Naima, obviously, we know you were a founder member of Goat Girl.
Yeah.
And you had what was a lot of young people's dreams, really. You were with all of your mates and you were making music and people were taking notice. And then you upped sticks and left. And do you mind me asking why that was?
No, it's fine. I basically, it was a real good run. I actually, at that point in my life, I think I was 21 when I left, and I just had no idea how to look after myself on tour, and I just couldn't get the right balance between things, how much to drink, how much to not drink, all of that stuff. And so after a few years of touring, because after we left school, we just basically started touring, and then it just did me a bit of a nightmare mental health wise. And so I thought that I needed to have a couple of years to do some gardening. I'd always wanted to study as well, which I'd never done. And so I kind of, I decided to leave. It was very difficult. Took like a year of decision, kind of like going back and forth and thinking about it, and obviously missing the girls a lot as well.
Yeah, so it's a very brave thing to do, but you've got to look after yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. But now I feel I'm a bit older. It's a bit easier to know what to do, in terms of touring.
Yeah, and as you say, I mean, it's not as though you're thinking, right, I'm going to hatch a plan and go out doing a solo thing straight away, because you just mentioned there, you studied archaeology.
Yeah. So I've done a year and a half of that degree, and I'm taking a deferral year now, much to my mother's annoyance. But yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle of that degree still, and so I'm going to finish it soon.
That's exciting. But I read that, I don't know if you've been on it or if you're going on a marine archaeological dig.
Yeah. I think, I'm meant to be going on that next June in Cyprus, which will be fun. And I've been on a couple of digs in the UK, because during lockdown as well, we couldn't leave the country, and so we ended up doing them in like Sussex and Kent.
Wow.
But it was still cool.
Yeah, exciting. Yeah. And so at what point did you decide, actually, okay, I am ready now? And what spurred you on to do what you're doing now?
Well, I met Joel Burton, who plays keyboards
and piano and
guitar and
tambourine. Yeah.
and we started playing live together, and then during lockdown we decided to do the album without much ambition to put it out or do anything particularly with it, like partly because I was starting a degree and I kind of thought that my time in music had like come to an end, but we had these songs and I just thought it was something to do in that September, and then it just turned out to be a really great week, and we got all of these people in to play on it, and then it sounded good. Like we finished it in January 2020, I think, and it sounded good. And so then our friend Josh, who runs Memorial Distinction, said that he could send it around to some labels and stuff, and I feel like I know that I've always known that music is the thing that I want to do, and so when that kind of opportunity came along, it just seemed like a no-brainer. But obviously there's a few sacrifices that were difficult to do. Yeah,
it's a balancing act for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
But at the risk of getting cosmic, it does seem a little bit like fate, because Joel was in the band, which was Viewfinder, and you were on the same bill at his last gig. Yeah,
I was supporting on the very last gig. I think that was the night that you saw me play, and then you agreed to play with me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So it was written in the stars.
Yeah.
Definitely, okay. I am right in saying, Joel, have you got a degree in classical music?
Yeah, I wouldn't say classical music. I've got a degree in music, and classical music was a part of it.
Right, okay.
But, yeah, I'm not really a great maestro or anything.
Oh, I bet you are, mate.
I think he is.
Oh, yeah, we all disagree with that. And so you mentioned lockdown, and unusually it kind of worked in your favour, because you found a large group of musicians. 30 different people appear on the album.
Yeah. That's including Sid Kemp, the engineer, and a few other people as well that were helping out, like with the more technical side of stuff. But yeah, it was about 30 people.
Big choir as well.
Big choir was a big bulk of that.
Right, and is it right that your dad's in the music business one way or another?
My dad's an engineer, yeah, so he recorded one of the songs on the album, Working, so we did that at his place, and he recorded my vocals as well. yeah,
Fabulous.
So, yeah, done that way.
Okay, well, thanks so much for coming in. You've got one more song to do for us now, which is Giant Palm. So,
Yep.
Naima Bock live in session. Thank you.
Nice, thank you. Okay.